Hey now.
Ah!
Well, guys, it would have been a fresh popping
What
of the
the
story. Zero sugar. But Nick's internet took a massive shit. It's like it ate KFC
I don't know what the
too.
fuck he's talking about. Yeah. Guys, don't want to revisit too much of what we already talked about in the last 10 minutes before it all shit out. We talked about the new DC slate coming up a little bit, how we were excited for Swamp Thing, how we hope James Wan directs it. We talked about how it was bullshit that we have to wait till 2025 for the Batman Part 2. Yeah, and we talked about how when Christian used to work at KFC, they used to pick up chicken off the floor and at the end of the night use that chicken to make the chicken pot pies. Disgusting. So now you're caught up on what we were talking about.
Yeah, you're caught up. And I also said, to reiterate, I did say that when I watched Terrifier 2 at home on home video, I didn't feel the runtime, which I was surprised by. But I actually really, really like Terrifier 2, and I'd actually go up to 5 stars now. I didn't think I would, but I'll actually go up to 5 stars.
I can't. No. I came out. I gave it 5 stars. What'd you give it? 4? 4.5?
4.5
like,
because
it's just the runtime, man. Oh,
I still don't like the ending totally, but it's still there. I like it so much that I forgive the nibbling of the kid's foot. But it's a badass film. And I actually like that kid a lot. That kid's cool, little punk people. I used to watch his YouTube channel all the time before he did that. He's tall now.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, but puberty Christian, you know.
He's a cool kid. I like him. I saw Megan.
You guys heard it first. Christian likes kids. Good job, Christian.
I saw Megan. I saw it.
Yeah, I know. I saw on our last episode, there was people in the comments. There was multiple people like, don't hate on a movie you guys haven't seen yet. And like the way you put it in your replies to those people was good. It's the same way I felt. I'm not saying the movie's bad. Okay. I'm saying the trailers made me go, not really my cup of tea. Christian, elaborate on your thoughts. Why was Megan your favorite movie of this year so far?
Here's the deal. Deadass. This movie's still way overrated in my estimation. People are acting like this is the coolest thing ever. No, it's not. But the thing is, in my opinion, and if I don't say in my opinion from the rest of the show, know that it still just means in my opinion. Doesn't mean it's fact. The trailers make it seem way more serious than it is. The movie knows what it is, and it knows it's a silly, dumb movie. But the trailers make you think you're going to see Close Encounters of the fucking Fourth Kind or some shit. So the movie is just entertaining and fun. Plain and simple. It knows what it is. It's not trying to be anything more than that. But it's still, people are going way too high on these rankings. 4.5 stars, 5 stars. No, this movie is fine and fun. That's the best way to put it. It's fine and fun. That's it. I don't need a sequel. Not excited about a sequel. I'll probably still watch it just because. But this movie was 3 stars. At the end, it's flat, just fine. Period. It's not great. It's not even close to great, but it's fine and fun. That's my story.
Well, Christian, speaking of last episode, I've got to take myself to task a little bit. I did some soul searching, and
Scream 4 is not good. Don't
Christian,
you
it says
dare.
there's a recording. It says there's a recording error. It says open the recording tab to learn more. Does it say it on your end?
We're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay, whatever. All right. No, that's not what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is that I had always said that Scream 3 was my least favorite. And then watching Scream 4, I was peer pressured by Christian into his negativity of the movie to think, is this the worst Scream movie? It's not. It's not. I still think Scream 3 is the weakest solely because I think Scream 4 has better characters. I don't think there's, and I say that Nev's hardly in Scream 3. Like, she's hardly in Scream 3. Courtney looks like a crackhead. And the Stab
She still
3
looks
cast,
like one, to be fair.
the Stab 3 cast, I know everybody loves Parker Posey. She's not bad in the movie, but they're just way too over the top for me. I like Scream 4's cast better. So I'm still going to go Scream 4 over Scream 3. But this motherfucker, I posted a comment not even an hour after the episode went up, and I said, hey, guys, I think Scream 3 is still my least favorite. And this motherfucker texted me, and what did he say? He said, you're a crawfish or something like that. You're
Crawfish.
Like, you lob, yeah, something like that. And he was like, delete your comment or I will. And I deleted it. And he was like, he sent me like 50 laughing emojis. He's like, oh my God, you deleted it? Like, I was just kidding. And I was like, well, shit. Like, I didn't know what to do. So, but yeah, that's where I stand.
Here's the thing. See, I kind of like, even though the audience doesn't like it, I kind of like prickish Nick that is really critical of shit. I do. And I know
they hate it.
No, they don't. I know that deep down, and I'll be the villain this time. Look, guys, I'm sorry. Scream 4 is just not that great. If you want to talk about in terms of scream quality, I'm sorry. I don't think it touches 1, 2, 5, or 6. And I haven't even seen 6. Scream 4 is just garbage. It was not that good. Scream 3 is probably the same, Nick. You're probably right. People asked us to do Scream 3, and I'm more than happy to. But I'm sorry, I can't meet these people halfway, and I'm gonna get shit. I just do not like Scream 4. If it's worse than Scream 3, for me personally, that remains to be seen. If you say it is, then I'll keep that in mind if we do an episode on Scream 3. But
no, I think Scream 3 is the weakest. I think it is the weakest.
I'm gonna have to rewatch 3 to decide for myself. But if it's Scream 4 is not dead last, it's second to last.
I mean, like, I'm not really going to give you much pushback because what you said where it doesn't touch 1, 2, and 5, I totally agree. Like, I think that you have 1, 2, and 5, like, all three of those movies, I think most people would agree are either damn good to great, like, really good to great, those 3 movies. And then 3 and 4 are just kind of like, yeah, there's some merit to them. They're not bad. That's kind of how I've always looked at it. Like, I think 3 and 4 are decent horror movies, but like, yeah, compared to 1, 2, and 5, like, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people nowadays too that are starting to sour on 5, and I don't know how, because the more I watch it, the more I like it. Like, the more I watch that movie, the more I enjoy that movie. I think Scream 5 is really, really good. And so yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's this generation.
Look, I can't. Here's the thing: if you are a genuine Scream, like die hard, I'm not asking for. I don't. If you guys see, I never argue with the comments. Anyway, I love it when people have completely opposite opinions and they say, no, that you guys are off on this, blah, blah, blah. Here's why. I heart everyone. I love when you guys drop your opinions. So if you are a true and tried and true Scream fanatic, explain to me what it is about Scream 4 that I am missing, because I just want to hear it from the diehard fans. It's just not for me. I don't like Scream 4. 5, I think, has one of the best suspense scenes in the series with the kid at the house when his mom went to go get sushi.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, that's entertaining. That's just entertainment.
And not just that, dude. I literally, like, I could feel the tension in the theater because they continued to make you think it was coming right here. And I literally, like, people next to me, every time they'd fake you out, there was this couple next to me, and this lady would be like, when he closed the freezer door and there was nothing there, she literally, like, let out, like, oh my God, like, because, like, and you could tell she was like, when is this shit gonna happen? Like, it was really good suspense. Suspense that I feel like personally hadn't been felt in this series since Scream 2. And one of my favorite suspenseful moments in the entire series is when Gail is in the the recording studio in the college. I love that sequence. Yeah, it's so good. And Yeah, so like Scream 5, yeah, I can't meet people halfway there when they're like Scream 5 is just Scream 5's the worst. Scream 5 is trash. Like I guess I'm not going to be the villain today.
Well,
Christian said he's going to be the villain, but I will tell you guys, Scream 4 is good as fuck. Like it compared to Scream 5, compared to 3 and 4, it is technically better. It's more well written. It's more well acted. It's got ingenuity. Like I just can't meet you halfway there. I really can't. I think Scream 5 is head and shoulders above those two movies
and
before it.
it almost, to me, it almost feels like I'd have to rewatch it again to know, but you could probably tell me better. It almost seems like Scream 4 didn't even really need to happen for Scream 5 to
No,
be what it is. And that's
not
another
at
thing.
all.
You
Scream
know what
4,
I mean?
we said it when we watched it. Scream 4 feels like that bastard child in the middle. We're going to have this new trilogy, and we had the first trilogy, and 4 is going to be that one that sticks out.
Dude, I can't win. I say this all the time. I'm either Mr. Christian loves everything, but then as soon as I dislike something, I've quote unquote become everything I've stood against. What the fuck? I should have screenshotted that comment and framed it, and literally framed it. It's one of my favorite things somebody's ever said about me. But no, dude, we're inching away from Scream 6. I don't know what it takes to consider yourself a Scream fan. If you can casually like some of them and dislike others, if that's what a Scream fan is, then I am one. But if I have to like all of them, then I'm not a Scream fan. And if that's the case, so be it.
I'm a Halloween fan. I don't like Halloween Resurrection. Like, I don't think you have to like all of them.
There's a lot more apples in that tree too, though. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, but I mean, eventually we're gonna get there with Scream. I mean, by the time I'm 50, I'm sure there'll be 10 plus Scream movies. So, like, you know,
here's one thing Scream has done right, Nick. They've never swapped around masks and made them look different for fans to piss and moan about.
It's so fucking easy, though. It's so easy with Scream. That's the thing. But having said that, I look back in hindsight and I go, how is it not so easy in the 80s for Halloween? How was that not so easy? Like, you couldn't get somebody to replicate that fucking mask? Like, seriously, all these makeup effects artists, seriously, they got it so wrong so many times. And it's part of the charm of the series at this point. You know, I love the Nick Cage and we love the Halloween 6 and stuff like that. But, like, you couldn't get it right? Like, what?
It's one of those things, dude. When you look back on it, it's not only that they didn't get it right. It's almost like they purposefully tried to make them look as different as fucking possible from 3, 5, and 6. Like they looked at from 2 to 4. It's like insane how different they are.
Yes, yeah,
it's so fucking insane. Here's the thing. Here's my favorite thing
charm.
Yeah,
it makes you think of specific movies with specific masks.
That's true.
Yeah,
and I like it. But here's the thing. This is the thing I love about the Halloween fanatics. So I'm doing these videos where I look at the home video releases, and it's really fun. I love looking up the Japan, the Korean stuff.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you, I'm gonna do one for Halloween 4. I'm doing like a 1988 thing. I'm gonna do one for Halloween 4. My money says there will be at least one comment on that video where somebody comments about the mask. Yeah. Not about how cool the releases look or I like this release, but I can't stand the mask for all. I'm gonna get one. I guarantee it.
Yeah, no, you just reminded me of something. Let me grab this edition of 5 I have. Okay. I want to show you the artwork because it makes me laugh, like in a corny way. Like I love it so much. Now let me look to make sure I've got the region right. I'm pretty sure it's the UK release. Yeah, it is the UK release of Halloween 5. Now, I just love how corny this is. So you just got a 5, in the middle there, a white 5. Michael Myers lives. Now look at this background. I mean, this back is awesome. You see, Michael posted for a photo. Like he's just posing.
That was used from Fangoria.
I know.
They got rid of the mantle.
By the mantle. Yep.
That's awesome.
And then the disc. Oh, fuck yeah. The disc is like, it's like almost like 4. Like,
I love that stuff.
This stuff was really cool. I bought this years ago on Amazon.uk and it was like $5. And like when I do a collection video, which at this point it's at least a half hour long. I do one every year. And I'll get comments about these ones and people love it. They're like, oh, I love those like cheesy, like foreign releases or those releases from the 90s. And I'm like, yeah, me too. That's the merit. I don't ever watch that edition. The merit of it is, wow, this looks like such an oddball. I have to have this. So yeah, you were just talking about that. And I mean, I guess the movies in and of themselves are that way too. Like we were talking about the masks and stuff, certain characteristics about certain movies in the series. It's just like, it's part of the charm. Like Halloween 5, what's the first thing you think of? Some of you might go, fucking Tina. No, you think about the Nick Cage mask or the clown cops every single time, or Cookie Woman. Like one of those three things is the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't even lie.
Oh, no, of course not. I love Cookie Woman.
Yeah.
Cookie Woman's the best.
Yeah.
You remember we had that dilemma? I was watching the movie because we were making those wax melts, and I remember I texted
Dale's
you.
gas station, 5th and Main. Yeah.
And for some reason, my mind said Bill, because if you listen to the movie and you're not hyper focused, it sounds like Bill.
Yeah.
No,
he texted me, guys, and he was like, is it Bill's gas station? And like, I was like, yeah. And then immediately I was like, no. And we texted each other like at the same time saying Dale's gas station. Like we both knew like, no, it's Dale's. And then you think of the line in your head where it's like Dale's gas station, 5th and Main. And I'm just like, yep, it's fucking Dale's. That Dale's got Cookie Woman plastered up there. You know, Dale, he's a sick son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I'm not wrong.
What's coming to theaters soon besides Scream? Is there any? Dude, I need to see this goddamn Skinamarink.
Don't see it. Look. No, but look.
I gotta see it.
I have talked to people, and I know he's listening right now, Rudy. Rudy is someone I know that is very forgiving of most movies. If he just has a mildly fun time, he won't say it was a waste of time. He did not like Skinamarink. And I've seen a lot of people that went and saw it and said it's almost nauseating. The camera angles, there's no narrative through line whatsoever, at all.
Awesome.
And that it's just hard to watch because
this sounds great to me.
And a lot of people, I've heard the word pretentious a lot about the movie. Like,
here's what I heard. All of that, but there is a minority of people that still say the same things that those people say, but they'll say some of the imagery will stay with me for the rest of my life. Some people said that some of the imagery from the movie was so scary they couldn't believe it. But the film,
the same thing about the Babadook. I heard the same thing about the Babadook, Christian.
You know what, dude? I'd rather watch Scream 4 1,000 times in a row than the Babadook.
Dude, the best part about that was that episode when we shit all over the Babadook. I didn't see one comment going, I love the Babadook. It was like, even if someone loved it, they were like, God, they railed the fucking thing. I'm not even going to say that I liked it because they're probably afraid that we'd come in the comments and be like, you dipshit, which we would never do. But not one person tried to defend the Babadook.
Here, dude, okay, let's just get into it. I take away the fact that people hyped it up like it was the next big thing. I watched the goddamn movie. The movie looks like shit, number one. Number two, the kid is so loud the entire movie. It's beyond a point. Yeah, it's beyond a point of adding tension or mood or like stress to the picture. I genuinely get nauseated listening to him. Nauseated to where I have to stop. I remember me and Sydney watched it. We said, what in the fuck was that? And this was right around the same time Eli Roth produced movie Clown was surfacing. And then we watched that the next day and we were like, God, this was way more enjoyable than the Babadook. So Eli Roth, cheers, brother. We got your Thanksgiving movie coming out this year too. God bless Eli Roth. Why is he a joke to people? Eli Roth is the fucking man. I
think it's Cabin Fever. I think that's why people.
That movie's so fucking awesome.
I know, but like, I mean, I really like the original Cabin Fever, but like, of course, a lot of people are always like pancakes.
I mean,
when they
it
talk.
was a dude. That's a blockbuster darling film. Like that movie made shit ton of money on DVD.
Dude, yeah, we rented it when I was a kid as a family, and my mom had no idea what it was, and my stepdad, like they liked horror movies. And I remember we sat and watched it as a family, and when the chick was banging that dude. Of course, we got the patented. My mom sitting next to me, put her hand over my eyes until the scene was over. And the thing that sticks out to me always to this day, I've never ever been able to think of leg shaving the same way ever since that movie, because of her skin just like coming off as she's shaving her legs in the bathtub.
Right.
It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, it's a really good movie. It really is. The remake is fucking terrible. It is so bad. Did you ever watch it?
Yeah, what was up with that movie getting remade to begin with?
I don't know if it was a rights thing or what it was, because it's just a shot-for-shot remake, essentially, with just lesser actors. It's just bad. Like, it's just really bad.
There was Cabin Fever 2, but then there was
Spring Fever.
Was there a third Cabin Fever?
There was.
Cabin Fever. I remember that one being okay as well. Not great, but what was that one called? Cabin Fever.
That wasn't Patient Zero, because I think that was the fourth one. Cabin Fever 3 is called. Yeah, it's Patient Zero. Yep, it is.
I want to say that I didn't hate that one. I thought that one had some moments. But yeah,
let's just look as to why Cabin Fever, the remake, was made. Let's see. So it was announced. It was supposed, because initially they'd initially had a continuation for Patient Zero planned. And then when Patient Zero was really poorly received, they were like, well, fuck that. They're like, well, we're already like deep in the early stages of like, a new Cabin Fever movie. So why don't we just like retool this script and we'll just do a remake? So it was completely just contrived, uninspired bullshit. And you can tell when you watch it. It's just a bad movie. Like, it really, really is.
It's shit.
Yeah, it is a shit stain. It's like the same kind of remake as like Poltergeist. Like Poltergeist
talk
remake.
About a shitty dude.
Oh, it's fucking bad, dude. It's not funny. It's not scary. It's not inventive at all. And I'm sure there's somebody here watching this.
It's the exact opposite of what the original is. Funny, scary, and inventive.
When you think of the original, bro, you're thinking about like the fucking face peeling scene. You're thinking about the scene where the ghost comes down the stairs, like that fucking white light still gives me goosebumps when that happens. Right. Like, it's creepy, man. And then Poltergeist remake is just like, oh, skeleton zombies.
Yeah. She's on her phone and the phone just shuts off. Oh,
it's so fucking dumb, man. It's so bad. And I remember my buddy, who was my buddy Tommy, who's obviously a big horror fan too. He wanted to borrow that movie, my Blu-ray of it. I was like, sure, watch it. Tell me what you think. He never gave it back. I never asked for it back. Yeah,
he probably threw it away for you.
Yeah, it's fucking trash. Like, it's just bad, man. And it actually did like decently okay at the box office. And that just goes to show you, it was all the name. It was all just Poltergeist. Like,
oh yeah,
it's the same thing with this new Exorcist movie, which I can't remember if it is just going to streaming. I know it's Peacock that bought it, but I wonder if
whoa. David Gordon Green's Exorcist?
Yeah. That was
going to streaming.
It was bought by Peacock for a trilogy that was going to go on to Peacock. But they might do the same thing they did with Kills and Ends. I think it might be day and date. But I don't know if they haven't announced the plan for that yet.
Day and date? Yeah. Why are they doing this?
It's Peacock, dude. They will not stop trying to become Netflix and Hulu. They will not stop. They think they're going to be that, and they're just not. They're just not. The only reason people got Peacock was for The Office. That is the only reason that people initially got Peacock. And they're really trying to become one of the big, the big streaming giants. And I just don't think it's ever going to happen. But yeah, if it's just straight to streaming, I'm going to be really pissed off because I want to hear Tubular Bells in the fucking theater, man.
Me too. Me fucking too.
So even if they do day and date, whatever, it's bullshit. It's fucking stupid. but I get why they're doing it. We're gonna be on the level of Netflix one day. Probably not, but yeah, it better go into theaters or I'll be pissed off.
Well, do you still have faith? I'm just changing my camera, guys, because my 4K is hurting my internet. So while I'm doing this, let me ask Nick: do you still have faith in The Exorcist from David Gordon Green?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I never haven't had faith in it. I mean, granted, David was in my good graces after Halloween Ends. I mean, I that was my favorite of the 3 of his trilogy, and I felt like it was the first one that he kind of told the story that he wanted to tell, and he wasn't hindered by past movies or lore. So, love it or hate it, I think most can agree that was definitely the story he wanted to tell, and so I got to see more of a different side to him. That I was like, I really liked that. So I was already looking forward to The Exorcist, but I'm definitely am more so now. And also when we talked to Sean Christian, as you remember, he told us from what he, some of the things he's talked to Chris about and some of the things Chris has shown him, he thinks it looks really, he thinks it's going to be good. So, and Sean, we love you, Sean, if you're even listening to this. But I should do the patented, Sean's a friend. I consider him a friend, as Christian always laughs about when I say that. Sean, he's a very get off my lawn type of guy. Like he is like, he's becoming that old man, he's not old, but he's becoming that dude that's like, man, I don't give a shit about this. Like, and even if he's like, you know what, I'm looking forward to this. I think it looks good. It sounds promising. I have no reason to believe it won't be. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
As we get closer to it, I'm more of a, I got to see this. That's like where I'm at with it. Not in a bad way necessarily, but it's just like, oh God, I got to see this.
It's going to be your favorite Exorcist movie. No, I'm just kidding. That Christian's already made his mind up. Nothing's going to touch The Exorcist 3, no matter how good this movie is.
Well, that's like, you know what, dude? Look, I don't think it's going to be the worst Exorcist remake or whatever you want to call it. Prequel, whatever this is.
This is a sequel.
There you go. Yeah. Rennie Harlan gave it hell.
Jesus Christ.
And he took a shit.
Yeah. Well, even then, though, The Heretic sucks balls. I mean, The Heretic is really bad. One of the most pointless movies I've ever seen in my life. Like, just bad.
Well, that goes to show you,
really
Nick.
Bad. I haven't watched The Heretic since I was 13.
That goes to show you, Nick, that The Exorcist, it's not about Linda Blair. It's about one man's name. And that man's name is William Peter Blatty. That is The Exorcist. So that doesn't mean that this movie's not going to be good, but when you look at what the heart and soul is of The Exorcist, it's William Peter Blatty, who wrote the novel and then directed Legion. That's the man. But that doesn't mean this new one's going to be bad. I'm just saying that, to me, just shows, you look at the 2 great Exorcist films, what do they both have in common? Boom. There you go.
Pazuzu.
I need to get a little Pazuzu statue. I like Pazuzu. I think he's a cool dude.
Yeah, Captain Howdy. He's like, we're friends. I'm looking forward to it. I am. Also, I wanted to mention this, and we were talking about it a few minutes ago. Scream 6. Tyler Gillette came out the other day and said that Scream 6 is actually going to, I guess, in a way, make Scream 4 more relevant, because he said this one's going to tie into 4 a lot more. So, Christian, being a big fan of Scream 4, I'm sure you're excited to hear that this is really going to build off 4.
You know what? I don't care. It is
Jill's
what it
back.
is. I think it's for the fans, obviously. Otherwise, what's the point?
We're going to get a 15-minute monologue of Jill just going, Sydney, Sydney, Sydney. It's going to be great. I can't wait.
Oh God. Don't kill my hope.
Yeah, Christian's getting scared now. I would be too, because Jill can fall off. I like Emma Roberts, but no, Jill can fuck off. And no.
Hey, what happened last week? You go, I don't know, Christian. I heard that Emma Roberts was like, well, you know what? I don't think I'm done with the Screen franchise. And I was like, well, bitch.
She said it. Yeah,
you.
we're done with you.
We don't need you.
Yeah, but there are some fans, man, that are like, bring back Jill, and I'm like, seek mental help. Like, I don't like. I don't
Hell,
know.
who else can we bring back? Fuck it, let's think about it.
Debbie Salt.
Dude, she got one right in the dome.
Oh, Christian. No, we could bring her back. Ghost Debbie Salt. They did it with Billy. Can you imagine Force Ghost Debbie Salt? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Grandma?
Yeah, let's do it. Holy fuck, it is her grandma. Holy shit. Yes.
Hey, speaking of Ghost, one of the things people were saying in the comments of the Scream episode was, I really want you guys to watch Scream 3 just for the ghost scene. What is that all about? It's what's because I did a little research. I've seen people say, oh my God, I really love the ghost scene from Scream 3.
Okay.
And they're dead ass about it.
Christian. The Scream 3 ghost scene is Maureen Prescott. And let me just say, and someone in the comments is gonna be like, it wasn't a ghost, it's just a dream. Yes, but it appears like a ghost on screen, whether it's real or not. All right. Don't, semantics here, people. It is a creepy scene. Like, it's kind of creepy and it's ghostly or whatever, but it's so fucking stupid. Like, she's like scratching on the window like a cat at fucking Sydney while Sydney's just like staring at. It's like, it is bad. It's creepy. Like, it is kind of creepy. It reminds you like Salem's Lot, but like, it's really stupid. So like, I'm so conflicted on it because you watch it and you're like, wow, that's kind of eerie, but like, wow, this is stupid as fuck. Like, that's some cornball shit. So yeah, I don't know. Whew, you just reminded me.
People were saying, but I did some research into it. Not obviously, I didn't watch the scene yet, but like, there's like a cult fan base for the scene. They like the scene. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do Scream 3 next week if people still want that. I'm down. I still had fun watching Scream 4, but
Yeah. I mean, wait, if the title of Scream 4 was Scream 4 is a movie, what would you even put for Scream 3? Scream 3 is a movie, question mark? Like, you're not even sure if it's a movie?
Dude, I don't know. I'd come up with something though.
Better than the original? Like,
what's funny about that episode was it's just like we really, and I'm not saying this, we really do have the greatest audience ever. They get us. They understand we're humans, and there are going to be days where when we don't like something, we're going to really stress we don't like it. In essence, me. But we had a great reception from that Scream episode. Actually, even some of the people that said, dude, I love Scream 4, but I'm gonna be honest, I want to see you guys do Scream 3 now. That was fun. I think we really are blessed. We really do have the best audience. They've got a great sense of humor. They get us, and I was actually really happy to see that most people, even that love the film, they're just like, you know what? I'm about to listen to these guys take a shit on a movie I like, and I'm gonna take the ride. Well, really me, I guess, but
Yeah, I agree, and always when we do those casual commentary kind of shoot the shit episodes, they never have as much viewership as like a topic or a bullshit episode. But obviously I understand that because it's more of a niche thing. I mean, that we're going to be watching a movie the whole time. So some people are like, maybe they think we're going to comment too much on the movie and they don't plan on watching it too. So they just don't do it. If that is the case, you guys would be surprised to know that you're missing out because we really actually have a lot of shit that we shoot back and forth between, during the entire thing. So if that's what you think those episodes are, go back and watch some of them. Because that's not really what they are.
Yeah. Scream 4 is climbing, man. We've got that comma on that episode. We've had it for a few days now. It just, every day that episode has done like 100 views the last 4 days. So it just keeps going. People are going, maybe the people that were pissed off are going back to it and listening to it. But we've got a comma on that one now, man.
Yeah, so. I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of comments on it that are like, I actually love Scream 4. Unpopular opinion, Scream 4 is one of my favorites. And like, awesome. Like
No,
seriously, awesome.
I have the unpopular opinion,
Yeah.
apparently.
Because most people like Christian said, like Scream 4, you know, at least like it. Christian is like, that movie sucks. So
Dude, it's just, to me, it really is. That movie to me is just like, you know what? Let's move on. We've already
it's
run
like
the
dog
gambit of it.
water.
Dog water. Yeah. Shit. I watched this movie again the other day. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Alone. Have you checked that movie out? It's really good. This
No.
broad is this broad is like packing up her stuff, and she's moving to like a new place. And when she hits one of her first pit stops, she meets this guy, and he's kind of nice to her, and everything seems fine. He's just saying hello, but you get this weird vibe from him. And then 20 minutes later, she's like driving in the woods. She's getting to where she's going, and he's broke down on the side of the road, and he's trying to get her to help change a flat tire. And she drives away when she starts getting an even creepier vibe from him. And he ends up being this kidnapper, and he ends up capturing her. And I'll stop there, but it's called Alone. It is so fucking good. It's a capture movie, whatever you call it. But it was good shit. I watched The Lighthouse again, which I need to stop rewatching it. I like that movie, but every time I watch, I'm just like, okay, you know what? This seemed like a good idea at the time, but now that I've seen this before and I know what happens, and I know what happens when he gets to the top of the lighthouse, like, oh, it's just I think it's one of those movies you watch it, you experience it, and then you just move on.
Yeah, it's all you need. I watched it one time. I blind bought it, and I blind bought it because obviously I like Robert Pattinson. I like Willem Dafoe, and I'd heard a lot of good things about it. So I blind bought it like 2 years ago. I watched it, and I walked away from it going, that's the only time I ever need to watch that movie. Honestly, maybe I'll watch it one more time in my life.
Yeah.
It's not an enjoyable experience, and it's not supposed to be. It's a very, very oddball movie. You can appreciate it for what it is, and I do. I did like it. I think it's a good movie. I think it's compelling. But it's one of those movies, man. You know, you get to the end and you're just like, that was a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and there's a lot of movies like that. One movie that's like that for me is and not as much because I've watched this movie a few times, but I only watch it once every few years because it's just a lot. Shutter Island. Shutter Island, I think, is a great movie. I love Shutter Island, and but I can only watch it once every few years because it's a lot. Like I don't know if it's that kind of style, that old timey like kind of storytelling that's a little bit all over the place, but not really, and it all makes sense at the end. And there's a lot of metaphors and symbolism and stuff. And then you get to the end, and it's really heavy shit. So you're like, man, that was some heavy shit. So it's not a movie that you're like, I gotta watch this movie again next week. But yeah, it's movies like that. You know, they're an experience.
Yeah, Shutter Island's good. That was the first time I ever saw Jackie Earle Haley in a movie. No, it's not. I saw him in Doll Man, which is great. But he was great in that movie.
Oh yeah, well, I think Shutter Island is criminally underrated. I don't understand why it seems like a lot of people in the horror world aren't super fond of that movie that I've noticed, which is kind of weird.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people bitch about the ending, saying, "Oh, I saw it coming. It was so predictable." And I'm just like, I liked it. Like, I don't know. They fooled me. I thought he really was there trying to figure out the mystery. Like, I fooled me first time I watched it, but
yeah. It's
whatever.
one of those things too. I never trust that it seems like the whole world all the time is just like, oh dude, I saw it coming a mile away. Did you though? Like, it's so easy to say that. You know, everybody says that. Oh, I saw the ending coming. Did you though?
The funny thing is, Christian, I wonder if they probably have like 15 scenarios in their head, and then it was one of those 15. They're like, I fucking saw that coming. It's like, you probably had like 15 different ones. Like, you don't get to, it's like someone asking you to guess a number between 1 and 20, and it's one of the 15 numbers you thought of. And you're like, I got it. Like, No, you didn't. It was a possibility, sure. Doesn't mean you fucking or like a Scream movie. Like perfect. We'll just continue with that. Like I knew that person was going to be a killer. Did you though, or did you just do process of elimination and go, well, it's got to be one of these people?
Yeah.
So
Well, everybody, yeah, it's like there's no way to tell if somebody's like, did they really know the second they watch it? I did hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I really did guess that one broad in Scream 5 was a killer when she acted snooty to the boyfriend."
Yeah,
in the
Amber. But
hospital.
I did not know Richie. I really didn't know Richie. I suspected Amber, but I did not suspect Richie.
Yeah, because he played a good idiot. Was stabbed, you know.
Not just that, but I mean, hindsight now, it's glaringly obvious they were trying to mislead us on purpose with this character. But like when you first watch it, you really do believe like, nah, they're trying to make this guy just seem like a lovable idiot that's just kind of caught in the middle of all of this. And yeah, but you know, a movie that I really like that I feel like doesn't get talked about enough, and I will not say this movie is, you know, worth any awards. I don't know about you, but in the summertime, specifically right before I go on a vacation to a large body of water, I like to watch, you know, like movies like that. Piranha, you know, Lake Placid, Jaws. I don't know what it is. Like if we're going to the lake, we go every year. I usually watch those kind of movies like the weeks leading up to it because I'm like, I don't know, just feels right. And there's a movie that I really like, Shark Night. I guess it was called Shark Night 3D when it came out in the mid 2010s in theaters. That movie's freaking fun, man. That movie is fun. I wish it would have been rated R, but it's really fun. I've only seen it once. I own it. I need to watch it again this summer. I plan on it. I'm pretty sure the story is like, I think it's like bull sharks that come into a fresh body of water, like a lake, and you know, they're eating a bunch of teenagers and shit. I thought it was fun. I mean, obviously, early 2010s with the 3D gimmicks and stuff is kind of played out now, but I think the movie's fun. I don't know. Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't seen Shark Night. I haven't thought about that title since it came out, though. I gotta see that. I usually try to watch all the shark movies.
Yeah, I thought it looked dumb. I really did, but it is very, very similar to Piranha 3D. Like it's not Piranha 3 Double D. It's not that stupid, you know. Like which I still enjoy Double D, but that is a movie that clearly knows what it is. Shark Night is a lot more in line with Piranha 3D, where it's like it's just hokey enough, but it's so freaking fun. Like I really, really enjoy that movie.
I like dumb shark movies. Like to me, it's just like, don't be serious. You're never going to touch Jaws, so you may as well be silly.
I really liked The Meg. I can't wait for the sequel. I thought The Meg was a blast.
What was Jason Statham doing in that?
You know, it's Jason Statham.
You know,
that's his wheelhouse. Hey, we've got this like not super serious action movie, and Jason Statham's like, I'm in. Like, yeah. I mean, that just seems like what he does. But he was perfect for the movie because the movie knew what it was. The only thing the Meg needed was an R rating. Like, I needed to see people get eviscerated by that shark. Like, I'm sorry, and I mean, maybe I'm wrong because it ended up making $500 million and it was just a giant CGI shark movie. So, of course, they made the right decision. You know, if you're going to make $500 million, make it PG-13, obviously, so more people see it. But me, personally, selfishly, I was like, I wanted that shit R. But the sequel comes out August 4th, and I'm fucking stoked. The Meg 2, The Trench. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
Is Rainn Wilson in it, or did he get killed in the first one?
That motherfucker got 8.
Oh shit!
He got 8 up. Remember, he was on the whale that they thought was the shark, and he was like, the boat like capsized or some shit. So he swims onto the whale that they just blew up, and the shark just comes up and bites the whale in half, and he's right in the middle of it. So yeah, he got all 8 up. Yeah, he was great in that movie too because a perfect casting, like a movie where he's a good actor, but he's better in not so serious roles. He was fucking perfect in that movie.
I saw a picture. Rob ran into Rain, the guy who plays his buddy,
Chris Hardwick. Yep.
Yeah, they took a picture together. They were at something together. So that was
goddamn,
really cool.
Dude. I didn't realize how much I feel like Rain has aged better than Chris Hardwick. Dead serious. I was like, when I saw the picture, I was like, wow, Rain kind of looks Rain looks better than Chris, and Chris is younger than Rain.
Right.
Like, I don't know. But, you know, Maybe I'm just used to Rain looking like this too. Bearded, glasses, just kind of, he's looked like this for like a decade now. So it's just kind of like, that's Rain Wilson.
Yeah. Me and Sydney, we went on a Rob Zombie kick the other day. She just all of a sudden she goes, I want to just watch his movies besides the Halloween films, which I was like, oh, okay. She's like, I don't want to watch the Halloween movies.
Fucking hate her.
I have told her one day you're gonna watch Rob Zombie's Halloween too, and I remember, and she doesn't like him. I was like, what do you not like about him? She goes, I just don't feel like I don't feel like watching his Rob Zombie Halloween movies. I don't even watch the originals anymore. I don't want to, Christian. You ruined it for me. So imagine if you live with her, she'd probably hurt herself. But
yeah, she'd have been long gone.
She'd been long gone. But we watched the movie.
I was gonna say Christian's kind of an asshole sometimes when it comes to Halloween. If he's too much,
yeah. So we watched them, and our takeaway, Sydney loves 2 in particular.
Can I guess?
She loves. Go ahead.
House of 1,000 Corpses.
No.
Lords of Salem.
No. Yes.
Oh God, okay. I'm gonna give one more guess because there's only a few more. I'm gonna say 31.
That's the one.
What?
And she makes the best argument. She really does. I tell her, I was like, she loves it, and I was like, Sydney, a lot of people hate 31, and she's like, what's there to hate about this movie? It's so fun. And I was like, well, I think some people think it's almost like a non-movie. Like, there's really not much plot to it. And she goes, why the fuck are people complaining about a plot in a Rob Zombie film? I was like, you know what, Sydney, you're right. And we had a blast watching it. I love watching 31. I look at the movie as porn. It's just a step above porn. It's trash gore. But
I've never watched porn, so I don't know. No, I never have. But
so she loves 31. She loves it. And so she loves that. And and Lords of Salem, we both agree, is kind of his hidden gem still. So her favorite though is 31. That is her favorite Rob Zombie film. She just has a blast watching it.
Look,
and go ahead.
I hear it, man. I do. I don't want to get too long-winded with it. I feel like I talk way too much sometimes, but I don't know. I saw 31 in theaters when it was a Fathom event. I'll always support Rob. I've yet to miss a movie of his in theaters. I support him always. If it's in theaters, I'll go see it.
Rob's a friend.
But yeah, Rob's a friend. Consider him a friend. I wish. Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy though, because I agree with what you said, that it's kind of what you 31 to. It's just like, it's dumb fun, man. Like, it is. But I think the thing that frustrates me, Christian, is that movie had the potential to be his next House of 1,000 Corpses. It had the potential to be this batshit, off the walls, crazy, like swing for the fences, and it just wasn't there. And you can even feel it. It's like the ending. It's like a poor man's Devil's Rejects ending. Like, don't get me wrong. I like the use of Dream On and stuff like that. But literally, the whole time you're watching it, what are you thinking of? You're thinking of Devil's Rejects. Like, this time it's Dream On, and it's this person in a car, and they're facing off, and it's, slowly going toward each other. Like, that's what you think of. And it just doesn't have the same impact. I feel like it was so uninspired. Like, it could have been so much more. You got dudes, clowns, fucking chicks with chainsaws. Like, you got a Nazi little person, which he's funny, but
that's my favorite character in the film.
The best part about the movies is
I don't see why that
walk around with Malcolm McDowell.
Why do people give the Nazi midget character so much shit? I don't understand it. He is hysterical. He's supposed to be offensive. He's supposed to be mean, and people are bothered by him. He's an actor. He's doing what he was supposed to do. I love him.
He does not bother me. I like him. I've always thought he was funny from the first time I saw the movie. My only issue with it is it announces to you right away, like, okay, this movie's not meant to be taken that seriously, guys. And like, which is fine. Not every movie needs to be, but I'm saying it could have been. That's like, there was something great there. Like, there was a great idea there. There were there. Like, that movie could have been genuinely terrifying. Like, that movie could have been just. Also, I think the thing that I really think the acting in that, I think it's Sheri's worst performance. I think it is absolutely her worst performance. It's Meg Foster. God love her. Stop.
I thought
movies, guys.
I gotta say, I thought Meg was the worst in that movie. If anything, Sheri actually showed some strength in that movie. I thought she was actually all right in that film, to be honest with you.
I like Jeff Daniel Phillips in the movie. I really do like Jeff in the movie. And I like E.G. Daily in the movie as Sexhead. But I mean, it's unquestionably one of my favorite Rob Zombie characters ever is Doomhead. Doomhead's fucking awesome. Richard Brake is awesome in the role.
It's just so funny though, because like some of the other guys in the film are like twice his size, and Richard Brake weighs like 80 pounds, but he's like this bad motherfucker. He's banging this broad that's like 3 times his size in the bed, and it looks so funny when he's banging her. The thing that I liked, I took away from Sheri, I say liked. I actually thought some of her lines weren't the worst that she's had in Rob's filmography. Like, some of the stuff she said made a little bit of sense, and she had decent timing. I actually don't think she's horrible in it. When she was like, we need better fucking weapons. That's what the fuck we need. Let's gut these motherfuckers. She actually, if anything, Nick, you said you like your final girls not to run. Sheri is exactly the type of final girl you like in 31. No bullshit.
Yeah, at face value, absolutely. Her characteristics of not running, absolutely. My problem
She's
is
kind of a badass in that
it.
movie.
I just don't buy it in that movie. I don't know if it's a performance. I don't know what it is. I just don't buy it. And it's not to say that Sheri's not capable of it, because her best role to this day is still Baby in both of those movies. Even in, I mean, 3 from Hell, she's like batshit crazy talking to cats and stuff. So like, but she's still good. But like in House of 1,000 Corpses and Devil's Rejects, Baby's a badass and sinister, and she does a really good job. I'll never understand why people say Sheri can't act. Like, you've got to stop. That is literally your hate boner for Rob Zombie, that you have to also go, oh, and he puts his wife and everything. She can't even fucking act. Watch Devil's Rejects. And I would even say House of 1,000 Corpses too, but I'll give it to the audience. The one that most people will agree is good. Watch Devil's Rejects and tell me that Sheri can't fucking act. You're a liar. You're lying to yourself. Yes, she can.
Yeah, I mean, that's her character. That Baby character is hers. She molded that character in her vision as much as Rob's, obviously. And I think she's really good in 31 too. I mean, I think she's great in that movie. And that 31, Lords of Salem. Lords of Salem. I think she's great in Lords of Salem.
Lords of Salem, she is very good. I think she shows her most range. Unpopular opinion. Although she's not in the movie a lot, I think she shows a ton of range in Halloween, the first one. I really do. You get to see the maternal side. You get to see the kind of crazy trailer trash side of her. And then you get to see the total fucking like despair, suicidal side of her. She showed a lot of range in Halloween, even though she's not in it a lot. I would have actually liked more of her in Halloween. I really, really liked her in that movie.
Look, and just so we're clear, we're not saying she's Mia Goth or anything, people. But she's not some worthless hack, for God's sake.
No, to say she can't act. I mean, if you want to find a movie of hers that you say she wasn't very good in that, I'll hear you. I will absolutely hear you on that. But don't say she can't act, because I.
Okay, Nick. Speaking of, I wanted to bring this up before I forget. I told you we watched every Rob Zombie film.
Yes. El Super Beasto?
3 from Hell. I like El Super Beasto. I am becoming less and less of a fan of 3 from Hell.
Yes.
I don't.
Most forgettable of the 3.
Well, the problem is I wish I could forget it. I just wish it didn't happen at this point. I really don't. It's not good enough. I'm sorry. It is not good enough.
He needed a bigger budget, and he needed Sid Haig. And unfortunately, this shit happened with Sid. I get it. But, dude, Christian, the thing about 3 from Hell that stands out to me is the ending. The climax with all the CGI shots and blood and stuff in Mexico, it looks so fake. It's just...
I just wish he would have changed the story. I much would have preferred the movie would have been them breaking out of prison or something more. It just, it didn't work. It doesn't work for me that much anymore. I liked it when I got out of the theater. I gave it a favorable review. You could say 1 thumb up, not 2 thumbs up. It's not good enough. When you look at House and Devil's Rejects in 20 years, it's going to be considered a classic. 100%. It's going to be considered a classic. And 3 from Hell is just not. So I'm not gonna rewatch that one that much. It's just it's not good enough. It doesn't cut the mustard anymore for me.
No, you're right. And honestly, can I just say too, I wanted your thoughts on this as well, because you're talking about it's not what you would have done like story wise or whatever, and me neither. But it just feels like there's no plot. You know what I mean? Like the whole plot is obviously they break out and they just want to be on the run again. But in doing that, if that's the only plot you have, everything else is just filler. I mean, they spend so much time at the warden's house. For what fucking reason? Like, why are we here? Why is Clint Howard a fucking clown? Like, what? Like, what? I don't get it. Like, and
he tried to recreate that hotel scene in 3 from Hell.
And it did not work.
It's not as close. It doesn't work as good. It's not bad. I dare say it's the best part of the movie, but it doesn't work as good. It just, and then because it's clearly a repetition thing. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't. The soundtrack's phenomenal. I'll give them that. And then when Waxwork put out the vinyl for the movie, they actually put the entire 12-minute version of Inagata La Vida on the soundtrack. So I love that. But it doesn't cut the mustard. It just doesn't do it.
No, and also it's like we spend so much time in like the fucking brothels in Mexico and stuff, and it's just like the whole movie's plot is just they break out and they're on the run again and we have to kill them. And also it bothers me too because Rob left them alive because he knows that those are his characters. And if he ever wants to go back to the well to make a movie that he knows will make him a little bit of money, it'll be a sequel to that movie. And, we at Scarefest, Bill Moseley told us, yeah, they've talked about it and he would come back in a heartbeat to do it. So that tells me it's going to happen eventually.
If he was smart, he would do what the fans want. 2 words.
Which would Dr. Satan?
Dr. Satan.
Yeah.
That's the movie we need. We need Rob to get psychedelic again. Truly psychedelic. Imagine a movie where it's like Dr. Satan has set up a new lair. The professor is bringing him bodies to work on, and just go crazy from there. We need the movie to just be called Dr. Satan. It's right there. To quote Willy fucking Wonka, it's right there, crystal clear, black and white. I mean, it's so obvious how awesome it would be to make a Dr. Satan movie. Why he hasn't done it is absolute bullshit.
I don't know, man. Honestly, too, it's sad to see that Rob has kind of it's his choice. His old age. Yeah, but it's his choice. He has made it to where he's basically said, like, I'm going to direct movies from this point forward for me. I don't give a shit. I don't want to do big budget studio movies anymore. Thank you, Bob and Harvey Weinstein, for ruining this man's fucking desires and aspirations to... they fucking suck so bad.
He did have a good time on the Munsters, though. And that was modest thing. It wasn't low budget.
No, it wasn't. But like he basically, Charles Band's podcast, he talked about it, and he's just like, I just don't have a desire to do the big budget, big studio movies anymore. Like I just don't. I don't want to play that political game with them. Like it's this back and forth of we have to be aware of what you're doing at all times. We have to, give you approval. We have to, it's breathing down your neck. It's all this stuff. And like, he doesn't want to do it. I feel like Rob, he needs to find a happy medium, because I feel like Rob works at his best when he does have a little bit of pressure on him. I don't want a studio to control him, but I do want a studio every now and then to be able to be like, let's reel you in a bit. Like, hey, maybe this is a little too much. And I think most people would agree with that, because the movie that is the perfect example of that is Devil's Rejects. And most people would say that's their favorite Rob movie. Mine is not. It's Halloween 2 and House of a Thousand Corpses. So I don't care if he has that interference or not. Like, obviously, my two favorite movies of his are some of his most I don't give a fuck what the studio says movies. Like, he does his own thing. But I'm just saying, for the general public, for people to take him seriously as a director again, and for him to be able to have these I don't know, movies that make a lot of money and get some praise. I do think he needs that happy medium, but he doesn't want it. And I don't care, because I'll take anything Rob Zombie, whether I love it or hate it.
I know people are going to give me shit for saying this, but to me, that the obvious choice would be for him to get some kind of deal with A24 to make like a $4 million movie and do what he wants to do and then put it out.
Hereditary 2.
I mean, I just want him to. I want him to make something kick ass again. Really, I really do. And I mean kick ass in the way that it's gonna piss people off. The way House of a Thousand Corpses pissed people off. The way the Halloween films pissed people off. We haven't had that kind of anger since. I want his movies to create fucking anger in people. Now it's just like, oh, this movie sucks. He's garbage now. But he was pissing people off. That's the Rob I need back. I need that back.
One of my favorite things, one of the funniest things he said on that podcast was like, he's like, yeah, when he was talking about Lords of Salem, he's like, yeah, Jason Blumhouse, they gave me a little bit of money and they said, do your thing. And he was like, I really appreciated that Jason wasn't, breathing down my neck the whole time. But he basically was like, I don't think Jason really liked it, because I haven't worked with him since. And it's like, yeah, I don't know if Jason knew what he was getting into. Like, he gave Rob Zombie autonomy.
He gave him that money, and look at everything Rob did up to that point. You can feel the threaded needle through his first 4 films, right? You can feel it from Devil's Rejects, then getting into the Halloweens. You still feel that grit from all those movies. And all of a sudden, we're shooting digitally. We're not cursing as much. We're not having skull fucks in it. And it's totally different. It's like, imagine if you're the guy that finally invests in Rob, and then he goes, I'm doing everything completely opposite that I've done before.
Yeah.
The exact opposite.
Jason Blum was probably like, all right, so you've made up to this point 3 movies. Those are 4 movies. They've collectively made like $150 million box office. All right, you're going to make me some money. Just stick to your style. And then he was like, or we could have naked witches and like just this whole out there idea, and we could have demon priests jerking off.
I don't think people are ready for that movie. I really don't. I think it's a good movie.
It is a good movie. It would probably be my favorite zombie movie if the third act was just a little bit tighter.
If that movie came out today, if Rob made that movie today,
it'd be an A24 movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love the priest scene with the nothing faces and stuff. To me, it's like Rob's just saying, all this religion shit. You realize it's a big ruse, right? Like, that's what I get from that. These sickos. I mean, I grew up Catholic, man. I know that they were moving those priests around like fucking whales. They'd get caught messing with kids. They'd ship them to fucking Mississippi, and then this one would go to Kansas. It's dirty shit. I still want you to see that movie Spotlight. That's about that. It's a real movie, and as a matter of fact, Cotton Weary is the star of that movie. You'd love it. Really good.
Liv Schreiber.
Yeah, you check that movie out. See if it's streaming. It's a serious movie. Spotlight. Check that out. It's really good. Everybody else listening too, check that movie out. It's good shit.
Yeah, guys, check it out. I will. I mean, pretty much everything you've asked me to check out, I have gotten around to, except some more Fulci And that's just because I need to. I don't know. I want to marathon that shit. Like I just want to sit down and I want to watch like some Fulci movies back to back because I mean you guys can watch the video on my channel from last year, or you can just we've talked about it on here before. When I watched Zombie for the first time,
amazing.
like when I was done with it, I was like, God, like I want more zombie movies like that. Like I feel like. I don't know, Christian. I'll ask your opinion on this because you're big into this subgenre, zombies, obviously. Like, I know you're a lot bigger into that and Romero and stuff than I ever have been. It's never been my cup of tea. But I feel like somewhere along the line, those movies in North America got so fucking formulaic that it was just like, oh, it's another Living Dead movie. Like, cool. Like, not saying Living Dead like that series. I'm just saying, like, zombies. Like, it got so formulaic to the point where it was just, there was no ingenuity anymore. And when they tried to breathe some ingenuity into it, it seemed almost like, okay, this is fucking weird. Like, whereas it was a breath of fresh air watching Zombie because I was like, I don't think I've seen that, over here in North America. But I don't know. That's more your forte than mine.
Well, you kind of spelled it out. The fact of the matter is, in Italy, they don't play by any set of rules, especially Fulci. Fulci does not operate in reality. So when you watch some of his movies like The Beyond, which I think you'll really like, all of a sudden something will just happen that's completely nightmarish, but it's happening in reality. And it doesn't make sense. And it doesn't matter because Fulci operates however he wants to operate. He really does not give a fuck. And that's the way he did Zombie. That's also the way he got into the slasher genre. I can't wait for you to see a movie called The New York Ripper.
That's actually going to be the next one I'm going to watch because I've heard a lot of people tell me to watch that one. So
yeah. I can't speak for Fulci, obviously, but when that era was happening and he got offers for this, that, whatever, and the New York Ripper came about, the movie plays out as Fulci saying, okay, if you want me to get into this slasher game, I'm going to give you a dark, really fucked up film. If you guys think this is pushing the boundaries, watch me. And I dare say you'll New York Ripper is like the even sleazier, grosser cousin of Maniac. So yeah, you need to see New York Ripper. It's one of the most insane films ever. It's disgusting in many ways.
Is that based off of the real New York Ripper? I'm sorry. It wasn't the New York Ripper. I apologize. I don't want someone that there's a lot of like true crime stories over the years, over the decades of like different kind of rippers. You had the Yorkshire Ripper in England. You had
the Gainesville Ripper in Florida.
Yeah. And you had obviously Jack the Ripper and stuff. Do you think there was any inspiration from those?
I don't think so. I don't.
Okay. Also, by the way, speaking of that, can we just talk about Jack the Ripper was a bitch? Like, he was a bitch. And like some people might be going like, what are you talking about? Dude, he killed 5 people. 5. And he gets put up there with motherfuckers like Bundy and Dahmer. Like, he killed 5 fucking people. Yeah. I remember he's just so synonymous with serial killers. And when I looked into his like only 5 confirmed kills by him, I'm just like, like what his kill death ratio, he's like 5 to 1, like whatever.
Well, what's his story? Does he have like a significant story or
they
deal?
don't know who he was. They don't know his identity has never been. There have been like rumors and like maybe it was this person, maybe it was this person, but like it was really just how heinous his crimes were, that he would basically like gut people and shit like that, which is gross as shit. But like, dude, Jeffrey Dahmer was fucking esophagi and mummifying penises. Like, right. I mean, at some point, like we have to be like, maybe in England 100 years ago, that was wild. I'm sure it was. But like, come on, Jack the Ripper has nothing on so many serial killers that we've seen. Like nothing on them.
Yeah, it's interesting you bringing this stuff up. People seem to enjoy talking about the unsolved mysteries and stuff like that. I don't mind doing a serial killer show
Dude.
one day. You know,
Is there a
I
dog? Is that a dog? Is
do
that
what?
your foot? Is there a dog in there?
Oh, that's my foot.
Oh, I was
My
like, is that
foot.
a dog? What that dog
No,
doing?
no.
Yeah, dude, no. You don't you do not have to ask me twice. I
The,
love serial killers.
the thing that's creepy to me, the most creepy to me, is the fact that Gacy literally was burying those bodies under like the floor of his, what do you call it?
Mm-hmm.
He called it a crawl space,
Crawl space.
which
Yep.
I'm assuming is like 2 or 3 foot below the floor level of the
Yep.
house that was raised up, and it's just dirt under there. Dude,
Mhm.
imagine. Oh God! And then the legend of the smell of it was so bad. People were
I
like, "We
was
got to
just
fix."
about to say, dude, that's the only reason he got caught. That's crazy to think about that he had 33 bodies in his crawl space and the police executed multiple search warrants on his house, didn't find a damn thing. And the only reason he got caught, the only reason is because one time when the cops were in there just to like talk to him or whatever, one of them went to the bathroom and the heat kicked on at the right time. And he was right by the vent and he smelled it up from the crawl space and knew that's decomposing flesh. And they got another search warrant because of that smell. And that's the only reason. That's it. And that is just so wild to me because I'm just like, bro, like they searched his house multiple times. He was so good at covering it up and hiding it. They had no idea. And had that heat not kicked on until 10 seconds later after that detective was taking a piss, would he have ever gotten caught? Who knows? I mean,
Dude,
that
what?
shit's wild.
I hope I never smell, because they say once you smell it, you'll never forget it in your life.
Yeah.
Decomposing flesh.
Yeah.
Oh
It's supposed to
God.
be like the worst smell in the world. And yeah, I mean, my stepdad, yeah, he was a police officer and then for years and now works for, well, not my stepdad anymore, but now works for Homeland Security. And he verified that. He was like, when you smell it, like you'll
It'll ruin
never,
you. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, you'll never get it out of your head. But isn't that crazy though? Like people like Gacy were so good at hiding it and covering it up. And then you had people like Dahmer that literally just had fucking body parts and shit like in their apartment. Like Dahmer was so sloppy. I don't know how he killed 17 people. Like he had a bucket in his bedroom with body parts in it. Like
Dude.
his apartment smelled like shit
Didn't he have a
all the
barrel
time.
too? He had a barrel with
That's what I
acid.
meant. The barrel, not the bucket. The fucking barrel in the corner of his bedroom.
Dude, yeah, there have been a number of documentaries I've seen, but there was this one in particular I watched where the policeman who went inside the apartment to search it described opening the fridge. This he said this, and it stuck with me. I'll never forget it. He says, "I'll never forget when we get inside the apartment, we could already tell like something was off in here. You could just feel it in the air in here." And when he went to the fridge, he says, "I opened up the fridge door, and I'll never forget the sight of seeing a sawn off head with the eyes and mouth open." And he goes, and when I open, he this is what freaked me out. He says, "When I opened it up and saw it, I heard the loudest shriek I'd ever heard in my life, and I immediately stopped and looked around, and it took me a few seconds to realize I was the one that shrieked, but it was such an out of body experience. I thought the sound was coming from somewhere else in the apartment building." And so the idea of finding a severed human head with the eyes and mouth open sitting in the fridge, it's fucking, dude, he has got to be the most fucked human being on the planet.
Yeah.
Just
You know that. Yeah, and the thing about Jeff is too, like Jeff, I consider him a friend. And I'm kidding. Um, the thing about him is like he was so fucking smart. Like he knew what he was doing was wrong. He like I feel like that's part of like subconsciously maybe why he didn't do a good job of hiding it, almost like he wanted to get caught, like he wanted himself to be stopped.
right.
he was your prototypical psychopath in the sense of like he could not stop himself. Like it was an impulse. And listening to his confession tapes and his interviews and stuff is really illuminating stuff, because he completely understands the gravity of everything he's done. He takes full responsibility. He gives all the details. And he says too, he's like, he was asked in one of the interviews, if you were to get out, do you think you would do it again? He was like, yes. I don't want to do it again. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I never wanted to hurt these men, never wanted to hurt their families, but it's an impulse that I simply cannot control. Like he just couldn't be amongst us in the real world. Like because he had some kind of issue that just would not allow him to not want to kill you. Like it's just crazy. It's wild, but he was, I always give credit to him in one aspect, that he was very forthright and very, he took full responsibility for everything he did. And, whereas some of these serial killers, I mean, Bundy didn't start confessing to shit until right before he died. Even then he didn't confess to everything. I mean, he spent so much time lying about it. And Gacy, he claims some of the credit, and then he says he had accomplices. I do believe he had somebody helping him that worked for him. Two of the guys, one of them, Michael Rossi, ended up being involved in I think it was a New York, maybe it was the New York Six, I think is what they were called, that murdered people years later in New York. Michael Rossi was one of the New York Six. And and he was
I remember reading about that.
Yeah. So I do think Gacy did have help, but Gacy tried at first, was like, I only killed the first kid and the last kid. All the other 31 weren't me. And then he was like, okay, I killed like 14 of them. Okay, I killed like 17 of them. Like, give credit. I mean, not give credit. Just take responsibility. Like, I remember Dahmer took responsibility.
Yeah. Well, in his last interview before he was sentenced to death, Gacy denied all of it.
Yeah.
Every bit of it.
No, again, he tried to say, like, it's so much, and to a point, I think he was being honest, because there's a podcast I listen to. I think I've mentioned on here. It's called Murder in America, and it's a really, really good true crime podcast. This husband and wife do it.
Yeah,
and they did their episodes on Gacy is a 4-part episode. And they give you so much info. It's like 4 hours just on John Wayne Gacy. And they give you so much info that when you walk away from it, you feel like you know that story inside and out. And the craziest thing is, dude, there was something else there. There was something else there. Like, I believe it also had something to do with a pedophile ring that was active in Chicago in the 70s. I do believe that was a part of it as well. I do believe there were other people involved.
Yeah.
I do not think he killed all 33 of those kids by himself. I just don't. You could never convince me of that. I just don't. I think he killed most of them by himself. I think that Michael Rossi guy and David Cram, I think the other guy's name was, that they were suspected of being involved. I think they were both involved with a few murders too, because what was Gacy's method? Strangulation. Most of the bodies were found dead by strangulation, but a few of them were found dead by suffocation. Suffocation by putting a piece of cloth in their mouth. That was not Gacy's MO. And there were also multiple murders or abductions that took place when Gacy was out of town. And it could have been proven that he was not in town by his flight itineraries and stuff like that. He mentioned that. He was like, this one, for example, I was in another state. And, they found my plane tickets. They knew that I was not there when this kid went missing. They're like, well, who did it? And he pointed to Michael Rossi and David Cram. I think his name was David Cram. Like he said they were involved too, but they never got charged. But poetic justice, Michael Rossi eventually did with the New York Six thing years later.
Yeah.
But I just don't think he did it all by himself. I really don't.
Well, this leads me to my next question. Did Courtney have Kurt killed?
Oh, Christian. No. I've always felt this way. Kurt Cobain was somebody that clearly struggled with mental health issues, depression, drug abuse. And I feel like in a sense, Courtney was responsible for what she did to his mental health, making it worse. But no, I think Kurt killed himself.
Did you see Soaked in Bleach?
I did not.
Watch it, and don't tell me. I don't care. It's not get you to watch. Watch it. It's streaming everywhere. Next episode, we are going to talk about it. Watch
Soaked in Bleach.
The whole movie is about the private investigator that Courtney hired to find Kurt in the last couple weeks of his life, and him describing all this bizarre shit that Courtney was doing. I got to be honest with you. I think she was involved with having him killed. 1,000%.
I mean, maybe.
Look at her life. Look at her life after his death. She has continuously just become a worse and worse and worse train wreck of a human being. It's just she's getting. Look at her now. She is a mess. She is a drug addicted mess. She's living with this shit, man. She was super jealous of him because Hole's not a bad band, but they were never anywhere near as popular as Nirvana. I think she got jealous.
Which always blew my mind because I never liked Nirvana.
I respect the hell out of what they've done for the music industry. I'm an 80s guy. I'm a musician. I prefer bands that can actually play their instruments well. No offense. I mean, Dave Grohl's very talented, and I like Kirk, the Chris Novinsky, whatever the guitar bass player. I like him as a person a lot. I'm not saying I'm a better musician than them, but Jesus Christ, I'd much prefer to listen to the '87 Whitesnake album and listen to John Sykes make the most amazing solos I've ever heard. That's just my taste. But Nirvana clearly touched millions and millions of people. So I'm not taking that away from them.
Yeah.
Please watch it, Nick. Don't watch. I know you haven't watched Casey yet. Otherwise you would have talked to me if you watched the Casey Anthony documentary.
I'm going to watch that. I am going to watch that, but I just know it's going to piss me off because I know that woman was culpable. Whether she killed her or someone else killed her and she knew about it.
She admitted to knowing her kid was dead. But the whole thing is her saying, my dad told me to lie to the police. My dad's telling me not to admit to nothing, to say I know what happened.
Yeah, but Christian, they looked into all of that. There's no evidence there. There's no merit there.
Oh, I agree. I'm not. I got to be careful because I always worry that I'm coming off as her defender. I'm not. She's definitely evolved. But the whole thing does make the father to be like a creepy son of a bitch as well, who had involvement, which I always believed it was a family thing to begin with. I really did.
Yeah.
You mean that even if the kid isn't living with you, if you're a grandparent, Nick, do you really think you're going to go 30 days without seeing the grandchild before you ever say anything? So that it's a family thing. I truly believe
my mom FaceTimes me multiple times a week to see my son.
To see the kid. That's my point. I think it's a family thing, and clearly watch Soaked in Bleach and watch the Casey Anthony documentary. Nick, this is compelling television. I'm talking. Dude, you're going to be fucked up in the head after watching it.
I mean, I'm on a kick with that stuff right now. True crime stuff. So yeah, absolutely.
I love true crime stuff too, dude. I gotta get myself out of it though. If I watch too much of it, I get in a really fucked up mental state.
Oh well, yeah. It's I'll actually find myself doing that at work. I'll go through like an entire day at work listening to multiple episodes of true crime. And then like when I leave work, I'm like depressed. I'm like, yeah, makes sense. I just listened to a bunch of people, stories about people getting murdered and stuff. Like, yeah, probably not. I don't know. I will say I loved the response on that last episode, the Unsolved Mysteries, where people were talking about Casey in the chat, in the comments, and like everyone was like, she did it. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, yeah, she's a piece of shit. I hope she fucking rots in hell. And if there isn't a hell, I hope that the rest of her life is fucking hell. And the thing that pisses me off the most is that she got paid to do that documentary. Like some fucking company was like, let's pay this woman thousands of dollars just to talk about how she's not culpable for her daughter's murder. Like, get the fuck out of here. She deserves nothing at all, except like debilitating illness and paralyzation. She doesn't deserve fucking money to lie more. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's what pissed me off about it. It is intriguing, and I will watch it. But the fact that a company literally thought of ponying up the money to let this woman sit in front of a camera for hours and lie her fucking ass off and pay her for it, fuck you, dude. Like, that's so shitty. Like, I just, it's just so wrong on so many levels, and it just pisses me off. But yeah, fuck Casey Anthony. Man.
Well, you know, Peacock's trying to get that Peacock's trying to get that subscribers up.
Yeah, we keep talking about that.
Oh, they just dropped a new documentary I want to watch. It's called Amber Alert. And it's cool because it's about the actual girl named Amber, that the Amber Alert thing, because I'm sure you've had that happen when your phone goes off and it says Amber. And this is the story about the actual girl that started this Amber Alert thing. So I'm interested in seeing that.
Her name was Amber?
Yeah. Yeah, so the Amber Alert is a
I guess I always thought that was like for color coding or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I never thought too much. I always thought Amber Alert for a while meant like fire, like there's a fire somewhere. Until research, I was like, oh, that means a kid's abducted. Holy shit, that ain't.
I thought it. Yeah. No, not good. Not good at all.
All right, so next week, guys. And listen, yes, we're still gonna do the top 100 things. I'm too busy, guys. I don't have the time to sit down, and it's gonna take me a long time. I don't have the time right now. Yes.
Couldn't that be episode 100?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll have enough time to have it done by then.
Not just that. I mean, it's perfect. Episode 100, our top 100 horror movies of all time. Because that's 100 movies. That's gonna be a longer episode.
It's gonna be brutal.
It'll be cool. We'll drink during it. We could have a moderator on there with, dude. We could have somebody on with us as we go over the list and see if they agree too. Do you agree this should be on the list? You know, like have their feedback.
Yeah, it sounds good.
That's what I'm saying. I think, guys, I just came up with the 100th episode idea. I do have value here. Yeah.
Well, okay, guys. This has been another episode of the Uneeda Horror Podcast. We do hope you enjoyed it, whether you're driving right now, whether you're ending your day, if you're starting your day, or if you're in the midday, whatever it is. We hope you're enjoying it. Take this journey with us. We are in the ballpark to 100. It's going to happen this year, probably sometime around what, summer?
Yeah, I'd say summertime.
So
16 weeks. That's, you would say 4 months if we do it once a week. So that would be like, end of May, beginning of June.
There it is. Well,
which
guys,
will be like our 2-year anniversary too. Wow.
Crazy shit. Wow. Well, we love our audience. Thank you for listening. And this has been another Uneeda Horror Podcast.
And hold on. Christian, you know how to end this. You know what I'm looking for. Just say it right after I say it. If you defend Casey Anthony,
go fuck yourself.